time for 814 Your Home. Joining us once again is Dale Whelan from PremierGarage of Central PA. It's good to see you again, Dale.
Always good to be here. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. That weather is finally breaking, and it's starting to kind of give us a spring fling out there.
There's a hint of spring in the
Yes.
air. It's the middle of February, and but there is a hint of spring, and garage organization is right around the corner. It's actually, with the amount of cold we've had recently, that's been a little bit of the joke, is we've been busier with epoxy flooring right now as far as people calling in about epoxy flooring, already planning out for the weather to when the weather breaks.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Now, I guess right now, a lot of people might just be shoving all their stuff in their garage.
Yes, there are a lot that just get it in, get it out of the weather once the weather breaks, and that is the planning process. We are not somebody that's going to show up next week to start the project, but let's start that process now. Get the plan in motion, get the designs in motion. It's not just to show up and build. It's get that design process going, get that thought process started.
And it's all custom to your liking. You've brought your device in here before where
Yes.
you can show us that full 3D render.
Yes, it's all computer design. It's very, everything starts with the design, and it's something that I harp on a lot, but we don't just throw something up and call it custom and then you have to decide what you're going to do with it. We design to what you want and what you need and what the space will allow.
No doubt. And speaking of, you sent us some pictures of your latest projects. What have you been working on lately?
So we've actually been working on a lot of garages, been going through a lot of propane into torpedo heaters to stay warm, but this is a garage we finished last week. We removed all the old kitchen cabinets that had just been in there, put in new cabinets. This is another one I finished up on Friday last week, and that one has the flooring done as well. Overhead storage, the slat wall storage. This is phase one of that garage. That's all slat wall storage in that bay. Later in the year, you'll see everything else that goes with that in the cabinet design. Just getting the things off the floor so that we can then get the flooring done on that process. Some of the flooring that we've been working on with the winter, these extreme cold temperatures, we have not been doing epoxy flooring now for a couple of weeks, but once the weather warms back up, that list has already started, and we'll be back to doing the epoxies. Storage happens year round. We get everything in, close the door, turn the heater on, and we go to work.
Yeah, no doubt. We have one of these videos coming up where it was one of your finished garages, I believe, and you had this device in it kind of lowered and...
So right there, it's one of our overhead storage options. We have the stationary, but this is a wireless storage. It will hold 400 pounds. It's got the motor. You can adjust the height on it so that it all goes up and down. There's a wired option. You can see that wireless. It has the key. I was trying to hold the phone and do that all at the same time. But it has the key, so you can lock it. You can take the remote so that those that shouldn't be touching it are not touching it. And that can blend right in. There's some color options with those as well to blend in with the rest of the design.
So if you thought you had a limited space, not anymore with this.
Correct. If you have ceilings, yes, those are not going to be as functional in a 7-foot ceiling. That garage has 11-foot ceilings. The taller the ceilings, you can go 14-foot with those in that style alone, and then there's higher options as well. It's all about what works for you. We can maximize that overhead storage. That's just flat racking. The bike storage overhead, especially for this time of year when the bikes are not needed, get the bikes up out of the way for the winter so you can get the vehicles inside.
And what I really noticed with all these, Dale, me personally, I'm a guy who likes to actually park my car in my garage.
Yes.
You still provide that space for the folks who want that.
Yes, and that is the whole concept of organizing it, is having that clarity so that whenever you pull in, paying attention to where the doors open, if you're going to be pulling in or backing into that space, where are you going to be opening your car door? How does that affect with everything else? For some people, that doesn't matter. They never plan to park their car in their garage. For others, that is the most paramount part. There's one we did a couple years ago. I know I've had the pictures on here before, but the cabinets had to be a very specific height so the golf cart could fit under the cabinets during the winter months. During the summer, the golf cart was out to go golfing every day. But that was part of the design, was to get that golf cart in, out of storage over the winter. This one, with some of what you see is the motion detector lights, that little square that I have up above the door there. so that when you walk in or pull into the garage from any aspect, the motion lights come on and stay on for, I believe I set those for 5 minutes.
Right, interesting. And then we've seen in some of these other videos as well, a lot of guys out there like to have their workspace in there too,
Yes.
right? Their workbench.
Yes, for those that want a workbench, that want that workspace, we can incorporate the workbench. If you're somebody that a workbench is just going to be a place to pile your junk, then we go to cabinets, we go to the flat storage. It's all a matter of what works for you. What do you want to put in that space?
You have to check them out, folks, especially as spring is right around the corner. Dale, thank you so much. If people need your help, how can they reach out to you?
By all means, there's my phone number. Reach out on the website, give us a click, and fill out the form that comes over to me, and Jamie, Amanda, or myself will reach out to you.
Awesome, good stuff, Dale. Thank you very much. Good
Always
to see
great
ya.
to see you.
Heck yeah, man. All right, folks.